So, we have the list. The list is ready. I'm just gonna go through it. Let's smash it out. Ching ching! Salmon. So chicken tenderloins. We're going with the salmon as our fatty cut of meat. And then I'm going with the lean sauce here because we're having rice with this. So just still, we're controlling calories, that's all. Let's go some broccolesness. Is that big enough for you, Havy? Do you want to get one of these? You know what, we will get zucchinis. Stuff it. Ching. Spinach. Easy, easy source of veggies. So as many tunas as you can physically carry. Is it enough? Now with rice, I either go the jasmine or a sushi rice because it's a bit fluffier. If you go basmati, it's just like grainy. It's just like you're eating grains of sand rice. It's just, I don't like it. Almond milk. We got them, the rice flakes. Cool. And we're done. Let's do it. So basically guys, as you can see, the majority of the diet is all, as you say, clean foods. It's unprocessed. That way for me, like for a number of reasons. One, you feel so much better. And two, I think you actually perform better and also the results are a bit better. If you're doing an if it fits your macros based plan where you're eating, I don't know, a bit of junk or these random foods with all these fillers and gums in them, I just don't think it's good for your gut health. So for me, like everything today, even my rice flakes is cereal. I wasn't eating, you know, shitty cereal. That's just like rice. So I know everything sits well with me. I digest it well. And then I think that's really important because then you don't get any random fluctuations. So if you're eating different foods every day and you're getting weird fluctuations in how you look and how you feel, it's just not good for consistency. So I like to keep everything the same, essentially. And also having things like salmon, a good source of omegas. So, you know, good for inflammation and stuff like that. So I definitely feel a lot better that way. But like I said, still keeping a lot of carbs in for me because I'll perform better that way and hopefully hold more muscle on this cut. But I guess time will tell. I might just get real skinny again, you never know. Alright guys, so it's time for a full day of eating my cutting diet. I'm trying to get my life sorted and how I'm going to do this, but essentially I'll explain what we're doing. We're going to have, so I train in the mornings maybe around 10 AM. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of carbs, a lot of food around that time. So this is a pre-workout meal I prepared earlier. Because how many times have I made this, Hayden? Like the tuna and rice? You've seen it, what, 3?
Yeah, but...
So you guys surely should have seen it 3 times. If you haven't, watch it. So you guys know how to do this. And I already had a spare one, so that saves me doing that. We're gonna do a chicken meal with rice. We're gonna do a salmon meal with no carbs. And then we've also got some snacks. Like, I don't usually have snacks because I think when people have snacks, they tend to have them just sporadically throughout the day, but I pencil mine in. So like, for example, this would be a before bed meal for me. Chobani Fit, high protein yogurt with almonds. So I'll probably have like one of these and just nuts before bed. But that's the thing is that I wouldn't say, yeah, here's a great snack, have nuts whenever you like. It's like, I'll put them in my meal plan and I'll have that every night. And then if I want to have it mid-afternoon, if I'm hungry, I'll have it then. If I'm eating later that night, you know, I might change it up. But otherwise, that is kind of it. Oh, and also a post-workout meal with the glass flakes. So we'll do that too. All right, we're gonna start with the chicken. So glove comes on and we've got, check it Havy, it's like a grill, what is it, Texas?
Barbecue rub.
Barbecue, okay, so we don't have to cook ribs. Oh good, all right. Coats up to 1 kilo of meat. Havy, you can put this on your dick. 1 kilo, is that enough?
No, we need 3 packets.
All right, so that should be enough for the chicken. Glove on, because I'm weird. And that's how we're doing the chicken. For me, in the oven, this takes about 13 minutes, and the salmon takes about 7. So we'll, if I can open this, we'll time this well. Bear, you want some chicken? She's looking at me, she really wants it. It smells so strong. 13 minutes. So I have the skin on still, and if it's really crispy, I like it, but the way that I'm cooking this, I probably won't even eat it. I just will have the meat. And then what I do is just salt and pepper and a little bit of olive oil. I think it's just, salmon's so tasty anyway, you don't really need too much on it. So this is the pre-workout meal. It's 1 egg, about 200 grams of cooked rice, and a tin of tuna. So it's not overly high protein, that's on purpose. So this is the first meal of the day. There's a little bit of fats in there, so you get that blood sugar spike from the carbs, and then the fats will stabilize it so you don't really crash during your workout, and it tastes so good. And then what I've been doing with this as well is I've been adding some greens to it. So what you can do is spinach is like really good source of vitamins, minerals. It's a great vegetable. So I have a lot of this, and then it just condenses down to nothing. So when I'm cooking this, I'll usually just have this in the microwave, and you can just grab a bunch of spinach and then either steam it, put it in a pan, or microwave it, and just have that and just mix it through. So I'm just gonna. I get so many people say, do you know how much that microwave is killing your food? Mate, hey, did you believe it?
Yeah, kills you. With
Can't do it, right? Like, it takes away all of the nutrients.
All the waves.
Yeah, with all the waves. How? Do you know how it works?
Radiation?
Nah, apparently it heats up the. I'm pretty sure it heats up the water molecules. The friction. Rice flakes post-workout. These are basically like cooked rice that's been dehydrated, so they're actually really carb dense. If you would have this much carbs in terms of like rice bubbles, it would fill up this bowl.
What's the difference between wheat and oats?
So oats, like still a source of carbs. Oats also have a little bit of fats in them and a bit of protein too. And some people, oats can bloat you. So if I have a lot of oats, I will feel real bloated. But these, I could have so much and still feel really good. That's what I mean. I was saying before how these work for me. Rice works for me, that's why I eat a lot of it, because I digest it really well. And I'm sure a lot of people get bloated by oats out there too. So sometimes I have them if I want to change it up, but it's not a regular, it's not a daily diet thing. So we'll have 100 grams of the glass flakes. And these taste the best with any EHP protein like a vanilla, banana, cookies, something like that. So we've got vanilla here, so this is Isopept. As you guys have seen, it's a really fast digesting, high quality protein. So absolute favorite product. Scoop of that. Discount code, or is it there?
Yep, right.
Yeah, use that one. And this is, yes, this is a post-workout meal, and I'll have some berries with this as well. And you just cover it with almond milk, so you just have like a cereal. If it's too crunchy for you, my brother does it and he just chucks it in the fridge. So Joel puts his like this the night before and just chucks it in the fridge with almond milk, and it kind of goes all soggy, so he likes that. But I prefer the crunch. Gives your teeth a challenge, you know? That's basically done. And then you just, if you could imagine, tipping some of this into that. I don't think I need to go through that for you guys, but you get the point. Look at this. Oh, that's hot. So what I'd be doing is just mixing that all through together because you can smash it down. The other day, I literally ate that without chewing anything. I basically deep-throated this tuna and rice.
Don't say that.
I already said it. My brother was eating it next to me, he's chewing it like 6 times. I was like, you don't even need to chew it, that's the best thing about it. And I just swallowed it whole. Like, that's how easy it is to get down. That's my little party trick. Easiest way to cook vegetables, in my opinion, is just slice them and put them in the microwave. No water, nothing. If you want to steam them, it'll probably taste better, it won't be as dry, but in terms of convenience, you can't really beat this. Just don't slice your fingers off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
It'd be a good little toy. As well as get the intra-workout sorted. So like I said before, how we're having a lot of carbs still. In here, we've got 40 grams of carbs. So this is just straight maltodextrin. It doesn't mess with my gut or anything, and because I'm only having 40 grams a day, it's not too severe, so you don't really need to get a really expensive one. And we're just gonna have some aminos with this as well. So like I was saying, the importance of the carbs during the workouts, if you can keep that intra-workout nutrition there, and the pre and post in terms of the carb content, in my opinion, the intensity of the workouts and the strength should be pretty constant. So I'm gonna try not to take away from that period as much as I can. I'd rather take away from calories later in the day, dinner, you know, lunchtime, something like that, because that way I think the workouts will be still really good. So chicken is cooked, the salmon needs a little bit more. And we're not having too much chicken per meal as well. It's only, in this one, it's only about, 160 grams cooked. So generally that's about 4 of these. It is so hot out here, I'm not even kidding. Oh, okay, good. Let's get rid of it. So on the veggies, just normal, salt, pepper, and olive oil. So olive oil, raw, really, really healthy. So if you use a lot of this, go for it. But keep in mind, it is pure fat. So that's why this is tallied into the macros and the meal plan, and I keep this as a constant. So that, even on spinach, same. Just makes it taste so much better too. So be generous with your salt, especially if you're using pink Himalayan salt like this. The pumps in the gym are gonna be so much better. And plus, if you're training really hard, you're sweating a lot, that's your dehydration. You can drink as much water as you want, but you'll be dehydrated if you're not having enough sodium. So keep the sodium in there. Your intensity in the gym will be really good. Rice, cooked? No. We wait. No, we wait. Done. So the best thing about this meal is, end of the day, no carbs, no real reason, like no particular reason. It's just that I need to have some meals with no carbs in it. And plus, it's a high fat meal. So you may as well make the most of it, use a really good source of fat, like salmon for the omegas. But I mean, if you guys want to do something different, have a steak, have chicken thighs. Either way, it's just getting a good source of fats in there too. And it'll keep you fuller, so you won't really be craving too much. So that meal's done. I'm gonna kill that rice cooker. I swear to God.
Buy a new one, right?
I just bought it. This is new. It's a good one. This just takes time. Oh, it's done. Oh, just clicked. Good. So we're doing about 200 grams of rice here. Cooked weight. All right, so in order, we've got pre-workout tuna and rice. So, like I said, it's medium carb. It's got a bit of protein, a little bit of fats. It's really good before a workout. Then, during workout, we've got our 40 grams of carbs from maltodextrin with some amino acids. So that'll keep the workout fueled. Then, post-workout, we have our glass flakes, rice flakes with the isopept. So that's still one of the favorite meals, really easily digested. Then, next, we'll have, say for lunch or whatever time, mid-afternoon, chicken with rice and greens. Keeping that as a constant too. Whatever lean meat you want to get, by all means. Then dinner, high fat meal. So salmon and vegetables. Now I usually need a lot of veg to fill me up. So if you guys are looking at this thinking, what is he, a giant rabbit? That's kind of normal for me if I drop carbs out. So fill up on green veg, add as much as you like. And then before bed as well, we'll go one of these. So that's about 15 grams of protein in this. You don't need to overdo it with protein. I mean, that's high, 15 for a little tub of that. It's only got about 7 grams of carbs in, I'm pretty sure as well. And plus we'll have the nuts. So just almonds, a small handful of those. Again, keeping a little bit of fats in there too, so protein and fats before bed. Any more than that, if I was gonna have like a few or a lot of yogurt, like I used to get the big Chobani blue one, the no fat, and I just put like protein with it. But I found like too much of the meal before bed, I just feel a little bit sick. So I like to have something small. So that's perfect for me. Or you can get a little squeezy pouch. It's kind of the same. These are cute, I guess. But that's that. Hey, if you put all the macros, you already put them in here so you guys can see what it's about. And then another meal is just a whole thing of salt. And you can superset that with a whole thing of pepper. Just checking who's listening. But otherwise, that is essentially it. This is my daily diet now. So what I will do soon is I'm gonna have to take calories out at some point to ensure the weight loss. So I wanna keep this as untouched as possible. If anything, I might take some fats out, but I wanna keep that just like as is. And what I do here is take away some rice maybe take away a little bit of fat from either one of these meals, but this should keep me going for a long time. And then I'll add more cardio in and I won't have to change too much. So it has been a drastic drop. It's been about 1,000 calories, but that is what we want. So guys, that is it from me. Hey, do you have anything else to add?
No.
No? And I'll leave you with just one last thing. Give me Bear. Bear wants you to like the video, comment something as well. Maybe, I don't know what videos you guys want to see next. And subscribe to the channel. And you guys know what to do. Stay massive. Look at it in hand. And they're right there. Yes. And this is meal 7. This is meal 6. It's a tweak of it.
I got a fresh cut in the denims. All these sexy jeans in my section. And slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.